from your local news channel. Live at 6:30 starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Beth Farnsworth.
And I'm CJ Ward. We begin this half hour with Santa Barbara man in custody accused of killing his 2 young children in Mexico.
Officials say Matthew Taylor Coleman was caught at the border and in questioning confessed to the killings of his 10-month-old daughter and 2-year-old son. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Coleman confessed to using a spear gun to kill them in a ditch in a ranch around Rosarito Beach in Mexico. The children were found dead by a ranch employee about the same time that there was a larger search underway. Coleman's wife alerted police late last week that Coleman left Santa Barbara with the children, had not returned, and was not returning phone calls.
He was caught trying to re-enter the United States when Mexican and U.S. agents were able to track his phone. A federal criminal complaint charges Coleman with murder. The document says Coleman had thoughts that indicated his children were monsters and he needed to save the world. Those who know Coleman have said his life was religious, and he was a known surfing instructor at the Lovewater Surfing School that he owned. He's being held in Los Angeles tonight. The arraignment for Coleman has been set for August 31st. Now, this tragedy is putting mental health and the danger of conspiracy theories in the spotlight.
And News Channel reporter Tracy Lair joins us now live. And Tracy, you reached out to Santa Barbara County's behavioral wellness team and also a professor who teaches the psychology of conspiracy at UCSB.
That's right. And Susan Grimacy from the Behavioral Wellness Department says it is really time to destigmatize mental health so that people can get help. And if people see something, they'll say something. In this case, federal investigators say that Coleman told them that he thought that his own wife had serpent DNA and passed it on to his children. He also talked about being enlightened by Illuminati and QAnon. Now, those are conspiracy theories. He said he was seeing visions and also signs.
I think the best thing that we can do is to, as I earlier said, help to destigmatize mental illness. If we see someone who needs help or support, or we feel like we need it, to reach out and get that help, or to help people to get connected.
She said one of the ways you can do that is by accessing a 24-hour line. It's a crisis line, and you'll find that on the Santa Barbara County Behavioral Wellness website. We will put a link up on our website. You can get that from your laptop or your phone. And really, if you're seeing someone struggling, especially during the pandemic, she hopes you'll call. And later tonight, we're going to hear from a UCSB professor who actually teaches a course in conspiracy theories. Reporting live in Santa Barbara, I'm News Channel reporter Tracy Lair.
All right, thank you, Tracy. A Bakersfield man accused of kidnapping his girlfriend faces charges tonight. Santa Barbara County Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of a man holding his girlfriend at gunpoint in a vehicle near Los Alamos. The deputies eventually spotted that vehicle on Betaravia Road in Santa Maria yesterday. Investigators say the man was driving a stolen car. They also found a gun, drugs, stolen license plates, and fake IDs. He was taken into custody and faces multiple charges tonight. The woman was not hurt.
Cottage Health is now requiring anyone inside their health facilities to be vaccinated. That goes for employees and those who are visiting or patients. Those who are not vaccinated will be required to show a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours of visiting the hospital. So doctors encourage people to get vaccinated now in case of an expected trip to the hospital. And for those who are unvaccinated and have an emergency, the hospital has a plan for them.
So if you come into the emergency department with a twisted ankle, we'll take good care of your twisted ankle, but we'll also ask you if you've been vaccinated. If you've not been vaccinated, we have the ability to get you vaccinated while you're there for another reason.
Right now, everyone vaccinated and unvaccinated will be required to wear a mask inside the hospital. Healthcare staff encourages people to take a picture of their vaccine cards to make sure that they have a copy of them and on them if they need it. Allen Hancock College will require all students, staff, and faculty to get fully vaccinated by October 1st.
And News Channel reporter Karen Cruz-Arduña joins us live from campus with more about the new mandate. Karen.
Beth and CJ, that's right. I mean, students, staff, faculty members are now required to get COVID vaccinated. And that's if you want to take a step here on campus and be a student or just work in this area or in this facility, I should say. Masks will also be required indoors, and administrators say they will attempt to get as many outdoor events as they can for spacing reasons. Hancock's president says this new requirement is the best way to make the community safe as the Delta variant is on a rise. Administrators administrators say students who choose to stay unvaccinated can continue their education fully online.
You know, we're guiding them into those online options instead of face to face if they want to do that. If they have legitimate religious or medical concerns, then we're accommodating that as well, and there's going to be a process for that will be put in place in the next week or so.
Vaccine mandates are popping up at other colleges across the Central Coast, so that's Cal Poly, UCSB, and Santa Barbara City College all have requirements in place, and the deadline to get vaccinated here at Hancock is on October 1st. For now, live in Santa Maria, I am News Channel reporter Karen Cruz Orduña.
All right, thank you, Karen. President Biden held a closed-door meeting with business, university, and healthcare leaders to discuss strategies to get more Americans vaccinated.
As Skylar Henry reports, the Delta-driven surge is sparking fears that schools could become super spreaders.
With debates over school mask mandates raging across the country.
Have any of you ever mandated masks for the seasonal flu?
This is intimidating, y'all.
California took a major step, becoming the first state to mandate vaccines or regular testing for all teachers and school staff.
We think this is the right thing to do, and we think this is a sustainable way to keeping our schools open.
The Delta variant is driving up COVID cases in Oregon as well, leading Governor Kate Brown to reissue a statewide mask mandate.
Every time someone wears a mask, that's one more unvaccinated kid we're protecting.
In defiance of the governor, Florida's second largest school district voted Tuesday to require masks for students and teachers. With a little more than half of Americans 12 and older fully vaccinated, the Biden administration continues to explore ways to encourage all of those eligible to get the shot. The president held a closed-door virtual meeting earlier with leaders from Kaiser Permanente, Howard University, and United Airlines, companies and schools which have adopted vaccine requirements.
I wouldn't say it was meant to be a decision meeting as much as a discussion about best practices, what is working for these industries.
Vaccine hesitancy continues to be a persistent problem in the U.S., particularly in conservative states in the South.
What we know is isolation and alienation breeds misinformation. So we don't want to make the person feel further isolated.
The CDC has now updated its vaccine recommendation for all pregnant people, saying new data showed no increased risk of miscarriage among those who got the shot. Skylar Henry, Capitol Hill.
Still ahead from your local news channel, live at 6:30, a renewed break from federal student loan payments when the new extension is set to expire.
Plus, a historic investment in infrastructure, the next steps, and the budget plans coming up.